Hi everybody. Wow. Okay. This might be a long one because I'm going to cover two soaps. So, a warning, a spoiler alert because I'm probably going to spoil some stuff. So, all of that. Okay. The reason why I titled it Breakup Summer is because if you watch the soaps for the last 2 days, it's like people are going to break up left and right. Um, and ironically enough, the people you want to break up might not. Okay, why not? Kyle and Summer are a young couple in a young marriage. So, you kind of expect bumps in the road, that kind of thing, right? Well, whatever happened with okay, the thing with Phyllis and Summer and the whole thing, okay, Kyle got mad and said, I think we need to separate. I said this in another video. I did not expect, however, for him to jump into bed, and I mean jump into bed with Audra, so like it's Silver, which on another note, she's beautiful and everything else. Okay, so, but that's not the point. If you're trying to save your marriage and like you just separated yesterday, you might want to try to save your marriage first and not jump into something else with somebody else. Although I'm not giving Kyle Michael Miller a pass at all. But I am saying that he's been through a lot of stress with Summer, and he just needed something like lighthearted, no, nothing heavy, nothing serious, whatever. That does not forgive him for doing what he did with Andra. No way. Um, although, you know how they say it takes two to tango? And I told you last week that it just seems like Audra, Zelink, and Silver, they made her like everything just came together perfectly for him to either be enticed to cheat or want to cheat or whatever. Because Audra just kept popping up everywhere he happened to be. And then she played like the cool chick. Like, she didn't want any commitment. She didn't want anything. She's like, okay, whatever. I mean, what guy wouldn't go for that? But then here's the other side of like, you have to be an adult and say, either no, I'm married, or, I'm separated, but we're still trying to work it out, that kind of thing. Or do what he did and just suffer the consequences after that. Okay, there's two parts of this I don't like. Um, I told you Summer is young, and I guess Kyle is young, although he doesn't read young. I don't know. He reads like he's older than he is, and Kyle and Summer reads a lot younger than she is. And my point is, okay, so Summer and Kyle going through this thing, and they haven't had one word of conversation about it. So what does she do? She jumps and tells Daddy, Nick, everything that's going on. She just doesn't even think about it herself, whatever. She says, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do, yada, yada, yada. And I'll telling her dad this, okay, your dad. So I understand to a point needing emotional support at some level, but you're supposed to be an adult, and this is your marriage. So then you make the final decision what happens. Okay. I basically told you everything about, there's one little point about Y&R. Okay, so I told you yesterday that, or the other day, that, Michael was getting ready for Lauren to come back home, and he was basically ready to, uh, get comfortable. So finally, okay, they bring in Tracy Bregman, who's Lauren, right? And so they finally meet. They see each other after a while and whatever. And it doesn't get romantic right away because Lauren wants to know what happened and wants to know everything. So then they talk about what happened with Phyllis and everything else. And then here's the interesting part. They say, do you think that Phyllis is redeemable as a person? Like, can she change? And then Lauren is the one who brought up that Diane. Well, look at Diane. She's done all this stuff in the past, and somehow she's come out good, and her life is better than ever. So that's interesting, and also I think a point where it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the end. Like, is Phyllis redeemable and whatever? And are people going to love her after all this? Um, okay, so that's Y&R. B&B is a lot more, well, complicated, kind of fun in a weird way. And I just was looking at my TV for the past few days and going, whoa. All right. So we're dealing with fallout from Italy, okay? Uh, Now Hope is having to deal with the fact that Liam saw the kiss and whatever. That was pretty much yesterday. And Liam Scott Clifton is a good actor because he did this one thing with his eyes. I can't do it. Where you look like you're either angry as anything or like hurt and everything all in one facial expression. And I can't do it. Usually I can do it, but it's like really stern looking and like hurt at the same time. But man. Okay. So that's how they left it yesterday. Today, um, he is still mad at her and whatever, and said, I thought that you were this and that and the other thing, and like about loyalty, family, and all this stuff, and it turns out you're not. But like, imagine him screaming at her, and I mean screaming at her. And I'm like, whoa. Okay, so then juxtapose that with Hope cry Annika Noel. Annika Noel is the best crier I've ever seen. And I'm laughing, but it's not funny. But yeah, she can cry because she, like, the tears welled up in like 30 seconds to a minute flat. And she's like, please forgive me. It's only one time. You know, please, I love you or whatever. And he's like, I don't buy it. What are you talking about? So, okay. All right. There's usually two ways they can go with it. They can either have them like go through some stuff but reconcile, or they can split up and be with different people. Now, I don't know. Um, I don't know. As far as the marriage thing, I'm I'm a low fan because I don't like to see people get married and then get divorced right away. And the minute anything happens, it's like, okay, I want a divorce or I want to separate or something. Okay. But on the other hand, if a person doesn't want to be there with the other person, like if a wife doesn't want to be with her husband and say they've tried stuff for a couple of months, okay? So say they've tried to like mend it and it's still not working, I don't think you should keep trying and trying and trying. Okay? When you feel like you've done everything you can do and there's nothing else you can do and there's no movement, you should go. But then again, also there are points and things that people do that's just the ultimate. I don't do that. I don't go for that kind of thing. Where I mean, somebody might say deal breakers. Somebody might say, definite no, whatever. And what I'm saying is, it's personal choice for every individual. But you get to a point where you're like, okay, I can forgive all this, that, and the other thing, but I can't forgive that. So I don't know where they're gonna go with it. But if I had to guess, I'd say that they're gonna break them up, only for the fact that Liam and the fact that Liam doesn't really believe Hope anymore, and the fact that Steffi had visions of the kiss with Liam again today. So I don't know, but I don't know. I kind of feel bad for what's his name, Finn. I don't know whether it's gonna leave him, but I don't know. Because okay, say they break up. Say Hope and Thomas get together. That leaves Liam. But then Liam and Steffi get back together, so the only odd man out is Finn. And I don't know where they're gonna put it. I don't know. That's one scenario. The other scenario is somehow they get past it. And the other scenario is somehow they come together, but then that fracture in the marriage always stays there. And then the next time they do something, they bring it up again. So I guess there's three ways they could go about it, but I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. All right. Bye, guys.